Hey, what's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Mundo's World. Just letting you know we out here. I wanted to give you guys a little update. Sorry I didn't update you guys the other day, but phone died, and basically I caught zero fish. It was really hot outside. There really wasn't a lot of bites. The heat probably, I don't know, I doubt that had anything to do with it. It just wasn't, nobody on the pier was really getting a whole lot. My nephew definitely got his first two fish. He actually got them right at the same time. One was about this big, though, and the other was probably about so big. Obviously, they were both throwbacks. I mean, they were perch, so we could have kept them, but, I mean, what's the point at that? So, anyways, just giving you guys a little update here. So, I didn't let you guys know then, but, I wanted to do it now. I didn't do a video for like a couple days, but there's a lot coming up on Mundo's World. On Mundo's Garden, but I got the garden out here. I'm out here. I'm about to water my plants. I can flip it so you can see. This definitely needs some water. So if you ever see your plants looking like this, that definitely needs some watering. But things are looking okay on the garden front, and we got a little business going on. We're starting up, and wanted to show you guys, share it with you guys while we're in the works of getting it up and running. We're just starting out the house right now. Hopefully build up a little capital. We started yesterday, actually. It didn't go too bad. Went pretty well. We're gonna add in a couple things, but we're doing snow cones. We're doing snow cones out here. We just got this Carnival King snow cone machine. You can hear it in the background running. So it's pretty cool. There it is. So we got the whole setup. We got the syrups and everything right there. Cash box. We got the ice. We got it all. We're running. But we're gonna start out of here, and then I'll keep you updated as far as like what we get going on. Because there's obviously, I have to go through licensing and stuff like that for, to actually get permitted to do business out and about at places. And we're going to probably, start including some food, maybe some cold foods first. But yeah, definitely. And we'll do like some online marketing, social media, stuff like that. Try to get people coming. If anybody has any ideas, please let me know, because, this is the first time we're doing something like this. We've sold food in the past, just kind of like done it like on Facebook, marketplace and stuff like that. But now we're actually, looking to actually do like a for real business out of it. It's always been a dream of mine to have my own food truck. So even though, I don't have the food truck up and running, this is a good place that maybe we could start, and maybe we'll build capital for a food truck down the line, and all that stuff. And as everything kind of unfolds, I'll be go ahead and give you guys little updates here and there, which is pretty cool. And at the same time, I'm going to keep to my collecting, and probably collecting and selling collectibles and stuff like that, because it's something that I like. I can tell you guys, I have a box of the Pokemon Unbroken Bonds that I told you maybe I was going to do a box opening, but it's gone up so much in value. I think I originally bought it for, around $85, give or take. And it's right now, it's going on eBay for typically like around above, $250, $300. I've seen a couple websites that already have it showing, like selling for like $500 a box, and it must be because they're probably scarce. Production stopped on it. So So I can imagine that it's going to continue to go up in value. I think that was actually probably one of the better buys I made. I think that was probably the best buy that I made as far as sealed boxes. I figured that was going to be a good one. Unbroken Bonds just seemed like a really good one to invest a little bit in. And I almost bought 2 or 3 boxes, but I just didn't, just because financially I wasn't in a position to where I was going to be able to buy, multiple boxes at once. I could have, but it would have left me short. So I chose not to. Maybe I should have, but it's okay. So, I'm already looking at like triple to quadruple, what my original investment was. And we're talking about less than 6 months. So because I know I bought it earlier this year. So I bought it before the quarantine and all that stuff. Which, I guess, I lucked out. And that's cool. It happens, but you got to kind of have like a feel for some of these things. Sometimes I think I have a decent feel for it. Kind of learned from my father. He was a card collector, and he always knew how to like watch like college sports, see who, he thought was going to be the next big star. I will tell you, there was a backstory to that where Maurice Claret, I don't know if you guys have heard of him. I don't know the exact draft. If I do, maybe I'll put it down below if I figure that out while I post or whatever. But anyways, Maurice Claret, he was supposed to be like number 1, top running back in the draft. He was already going to be, I believe it was a Denver Bronco. And my father invested heavily. The cards were cheap, but he invested heavily as far as like the amount of cards he bought. Rookie cards of his. And before the draft actually happened, they arrested him. He was actually en route or in the vicinity of like a lead witness in like one of his court cases, like an assault charge or something like that. And he was pulled over in that vicinity with like an arsenal of weapons, apparently, from what I remember reading. And so he went to jail. He never even got to hit the draft, which it sucks. It happens, but yeah, so, every now and again, you're going to have those that just kind of flop on you. Right. But, Patrick Ramsey, there's many I could probably name. I think he invested in Heath Schuler also. Both were like Redskin guys, but, it's I like investing in things like that as well. Because I don't know. I like sports and I like collecting. I like reselling. These are things that I like doing. So obviously I'm going to have to go through getting a few licenses as far as like a resale license, for food handling, and also a resale license just for, general products, reselling, buying and reselling. I think maybe I'll probably do like produce sales, like organic produce, obviously on a smaller scale to start off with, but it's something that I enjoy doing. Like I enjoy gardening, so why not use the things that I like to my advantage, right? So I like gardening. I seem to have somewhat of a knack for it, and I've never actually on Mundo's Garden, on Mundo's World, I don't think I've actually shown you guys around the garden. So before I actually stop this video and do my watering, I can go ahead and actually show you around the garden. I'll give you the little tour. So out here, coming out from the door, we have mint. We have obviously some flowers. This is cilantro, and we're letting it flower, go to seed. And what this is actually going to be, these are coriander seeds. All right. So you can grind this up and use this as coriander for cooking. But obviously most of these seeds are going to be harvested is so that we have seeds to keep planting for next year. So that's one thing. We got some onions, and really we just kind of put that in there more than anything as a deterrent for some pests. And then obviously we have the flowers that you see. These are all Thai chili pepper plants, and I may have to pull those and separate those so that I can go ahead and I may even sell some of them as starter plants. We have more cilantro, and this, as you can tell, this is where we were actually harvesting for our usage, right? I mean, out of all this, I probably got upwards of like, 20 bunches worth out of this small area here. So if you do it on a larger scale, you definitely can get a lot out of it. Okay, so again, flowers, and excuse the mess out here, guys. We really haven't cleaned up in a while. Strawberries right there. We got, and this is all flowers. We got marigolds. The marigolds really are there to deter pests. We got some aloe. This little nifty little thing here, what this is, these are cucumber plants, and I'm trying to train them to climb up this so that we can harvest our cucumbers easily from there. We got our tomato plants. We got our ginormous tomatoes. Maybe not ginormous, but they're big. They're big. I mean, it fits nicely probably in the palm of my hand. But we got, a few different tomato plants. These are tomatoes, and that's tomato over there. That is zucchini. Also mixed in here, I have, this is a bell pepper plant. Right here, as you see, it's starting to put off these. Now, these are actually this is going to become a flower, right? So they become flowers, and then the bees pollinate, or whoever pollinates it, and then they become, they start growing peppers right off of there. This is Thai basil mixed in there. We got sweet basil over here and a couple new plants. We got something trying to eat it. As you see the holes there. So we're gonna have to do some pest work. Now, my pest work is all organic. I don't use chemicals. If I ever do find something, it's all organic, I promise you. And look at that zucchini. I don't know if you guys can tell how big that thing really is, but I'm just gonna put my hand up next to it just so that you guys can kind of get a feel. So that, it's over 9 inches. I can't touch my fingers trying to wrap around it. So that thing's massive. So if you want to know the difference, these leaves are that of the yellow zucchini, which is in here. And then this leaf is that of the green zucchini, which is like that one that you saw there. So continuing with this garden bed, look at that. We got a nice yellow zucchini. That thing's probably about 9 inches long also. Obviously a lot skinnier. We have more zucchinis in here mixed in. I mean, it's hard to get in there and see everything. We got some marigolds, and again, like I said, that's for deterring pests. We got some more yellow zucchini over here. So you have to be careful with some of these and try to get these flowers off in time. Doesn't look like this one got hit with any blossom end rot, but sometimes they do. Switching over to this bed, again, we got the yellow zucchinis, and you can see they're doing nice. We got 2, 3, 4, and then we got 2 baby ones there. 2, 3, 4, 5 bigger ones that are already growing, and 2 smaller ones. We got more bell pepper there, marigolds, more tomatoes. On this side, more tomatoes, lots of tomatoes. As you guys can see, all those tomatoes. We got a whole bunch here. We got some down here with the marigolds in the mix. More marigolds. It's more sweet basil, but a different variety. This is Genovese. Then you got more Thai basil. I love I love the smell. It has like almost like a licorice-y smell to it, the Thai basil, with more marigolds around it. Marigolds. We got more yellow zucchini in here, more marigolds. There's another pepper plant. And then these are the other tomatoes, and we got some growing right there. This one has a lot of flowers. So like, I'll show you, like this is a tomato flower, right? And now if you do this and just kind of go around and do kind of like a little flicking action, right? So you just want a little flick, or, you know, either way. But there's a lot of flowers on this thing. And the tomato plant is actually hermaphroditic in that it has both male and female parts to the flower on one single flower. So what that means is, I'll kind of show you, like, so on this here, I'll show you on this one. So that in the middle is what we call the pistil. Okay, so the pistil in the middle there is the female part. That's going to be the female organ, reproductive organ. And around the edge is where you'll find the pollen. So the pollen is like the male part, right? So it's how it fertilizes sorry, I'm trying to focus here a little bit. So it's how it fertilizes it. So if you just give it a tap, the pollen will fall onto it, and you'll have a much better success rate for growing. So here we have our grapes, and we built this lattice here to up and over to so that the grapes can climb up, and hopefully we can harvest grapes that way. I don't know how long the grapes take, but we'll see. Now at my other bed, I got dill here. It's going to flower, and you see all this fresh dill. It looks like a little jungle in there. I mean, there's a lot of it. There's something we call epazote, and it is actually medicinal. If you like make a water out of it, you can actually use it to like heal. If you wash wounds with it, it'll heal faster, which is pretty cool. We got more green zucchini here, and let's see if we can find any decent sized ones in here. I haven't really checked this one out too much, but it looks like we have doesn't look like any big ones in here. Going around this side, we have more Thai basil. There's 1, 2, 3 plants of it. This is a pepper plant. Now you see there's a flower that I was telling you about, like a pepper, right? But these are jalapenos, and I can show you one right there. And there's a marigold right here for pest deterrent. And then we got a whole bunch more. Look, there's a little jalapeno growing right there. Another one there, and some more there. So as you see, this one was a flower. Can you see it there? That one was a flower, but it fell off already, and now it's a little jalapeno. And look, there's another jalapeno. Oh, look, there's a nice sized jalapeno right there. And oh, look, we got a green zucchini right there, hiding right there. More jalapeno plants here. This is a yellow, so it's a hot lemon pepper, I think is what it's called. It's actually native to Ecuador, which is cool. We got some more cilantro here. That's asparagus. I've never seen how asparagus grows, but it'll be pretty cool. In that tire over there, I got a tomato, and I got some cilantro and hopefully basil around that. I think basil, maybe it was something else. Here in this tire, I have fig. This is fig. I didn't realize how much I really have here. Here we have watermelon, cantaloupe, watermelon. And as you see, I do a lot of makeshift like garden beds. Look at these cucumbers. Look at that guy. I'm hoping it gets thicker. We've produced pretty thick cucumbers in the past, and I'm hoping that we can get some out of this like that. If not, I'm sure. Oh, look at that. We got four big ones already grown. I'm hoping that we can get some this year. This is a cherry tree, and we actually got some cherries off of it already. We probably got only like a dozen cherries this year. I imagine next year will be a massive production. And then over here, I have more zucchini plants. Trying to see, this is all green zucchini. I don't see any big ones. They might be hiding. A little hidden maybe. But we got to de-weed this. But I also have some asparagus here. This is all asparagus. And I may use some of this middle part for lettuce. My wife is actually watering right now. So here in the middle of the bricks here, this is kiwi. It was a lot bigger, and I was out here weed whacking one day, and I accidentally weed whacked it. Now it is growing back though, and all this is corn. This is a nectarine tree. And we got lots more strawberries here. As you see, all these are going to be strawberries. And there's a lot of them. I mean, there really is a lot of them. They got some runners. Now, these are essentially the babies, right, that they start putting off. You can actually get these, if you let them get into the ground, as it looks like this one started getting into the ground there. And it hasn't actually touched roots off, but, oh, this one has, I think. No, no roots yet. But if they hit the ground like that, they'll actually produce roots. But if I clip them, my strawberries will be better. Next to the corn, we have beets. There's lots of beets. And we'll be harvesting some of those soon. This is lime. And I don't know, we got some leaves. We had a lot of flowers on it. I don't see that any of them are actually, turning. So maybe we're not going to get anything this year out of it. There's another fig. And, it doesn't look like we'll do anything probably this year. It's probably going to be next year. And there's another lime here. And so that's pretty much the garden. So anyways, thanks guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time when we're giving more updates on what's going on. All right. So give us luck. If you have any comments, about what we're doing here, let me know. If you have any suggestions as far as the business ideas or the garden, whatever it may be, I'm always open to hear what you guys have to say. So I do appreciate everything. We're all in this growing and learning together. So let's go ahead and continue going and let's see what Mundo's up to next, shall we? Have a good one, guys.